We remember at the round table. The circle is activated, and consciousness takes on a shared form. 12 positions surround the center and uphold a living geometry. Here, a natural order is established, an alliance of perception that opens a new state of consciousness. The archetypes of being take their places to recalibrate the origin of the Philosopher's Stone, the one that aligns mind, heart, and action to manifest heaven on earth. At the center of the circle, Excalibur defines the axis and marks the north. During this cycle, its form is expressed as chlorine. This is the substance we bring into order. The 17th particle of the Philosopher's Stone presents itself as a principle of transformation, ready to be observed and calibrated from the different perspectives offered by the Wheel of the 12. Today we share the point of view of Gemini. The Throne of Gemini opens the third position and directs its gaze toward the movement of chloride between compartments, its passage through membranes, and the information that can be regulated through that movement. From this seat, chlorine ceases to be a static reserve and becomes flow, exchange, and signal. In living organisms, chloride crosses cell membranes through specialized channels, exchangers, and co-transporters. These systems participate in regulating cell volume, the distribution of electrical charges, transport across epithelial tissues, and the excitability of neurons and muscle fibers. This movement does not occur indiscriminately. It depends on electrochemical gradients and on proteins that open, close, or exchange transport according to voltage, pH, the binding of specific molecules, and other cellular signals. Within the nervous system, receptors activated by neurotransmitters such as gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, and glycine control chloride currents. Depending on the intracellular concentration of the ion and the physiological state of the cell, these currents modify the membrane potential and regulate whether a signal continues to propagate. Chloride does not constitute the entire message, but it participates in opening, or limiting, the pathway through which that message can travel. When observed from the Throne of Gemini, chlorine reveals that communication does not mean allowing everything to pass without selection. A living membrane preserves its capacity for exchange because it possesses thresholds, channels, and conditions. Information requires movement, but it also requires regulation capable of determining when to open, when to close, and in which direction passage should be allowed. Excalibur calibrates particle number 17 to distinguish communication from dispersion. Chlorine teaches that a signal acquires meaning when its passage changes the state of the system without compromising its integrity. To move information is also to govern its boundaries. A candle is lit before you as a reflection of the center. Its flame reveals the state of regulated exchange and accompanies the fine calibration of the particle. As you hold your gaze upon it, regulation comes into order, and the third face of the Philosopher's Stone is polished. Chlorine becomes the regulator of exchange. The wheel continues its conscious turning. Thus, today we perform this practice. Mind focus. Hold inwardly a single affirmation throughout the practice. I regulate the exchange that keeps me in balance. Allow the mind to remain clear, attentive, and fully conscious of this point. Emotion, cleansing with the candle. Place a lit candle before you. Observe it in silence for at least 3 complete breaths. Allow the flame to dissolve the emotions associated with confusion, the need to respond to every stimulus, the fear of establishing boundaries, and the difficulty of discerning what should be allowed to pass through your attention. Emotion is brought into order through regulation. Action, integration into the body. Pour yourself a glass of water. Hold the glass between your hands and say, I am chlorine in regulated exchange. Repeat it 3 times, with full awareness. Drink the water slowly, integrating the conscious regulation of exchange into your body. Alchemical seal. I am the new state of consciousness. Avra Kehdabra, I create as I speak.